Hello everybody, it's me, and welcome back to another video. Now, in this one, we're going to be taking a look at one of the new ability changes that came with the Season 3 balance changes. And that's Verinosaur. I believe it got, was it Toxic Spines? I believe got changed, which if it doesn't have Toxic Spines, that's kind of weird because it's spiny and it's a toxic type, but hey, sure. But yeah, today we're going to be taking a look at it and we're going to be having a lot of fun. Now, a friend of mine gave this to me. Hello? Who's that? Hello?
Please better me, please.
One minute.
Are you recording?
1 minute, homeless man. Anyway, now that we're out of that subject, 1 sec. Anyway, yeah, we're using Verinosaur, and a friend viewer of mine asked me to name it Clever Girl, so that's what we're gonna be doing. And it's the same one that gave me Slim Jim, I think, was the Deladrix. So we're going to be taking a look at it today. So we have the personality nimble without a specialty glove, so we can hit really, really hard. And then we have a new ability, Power Claw. Our slashing attacks deal 50% more damage, but they cost 10% more energy. So basically, it's just Power Jaw, but Claw. I'm not gonna lie, they butchered the name. If you get that reference, let me know. But yeah. We have Venom Slash, which is boosted by 50%, which 50% of 70 is 35, so that's 105 base power. Primal Slash goes up to 120 base power, and Slash just kind of is there. I guess this is a fine filler move, as it's a slashing move. The Mega Punch is also just here. And then, simple, with our moves here, we have 72 health, which is just leftovers after putting it to 20 energy to get to 250. The 200 man attack and 200 speed, so as fast as possible and hit as hard as possible. But yes, I feel bad for muting him, but listen, I apologize. I will unmute you now, Mr. Homeless Man. But, yeah, I hope everyone enjoys. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Alrighty, here we go into the first one. So, let's see what we got here. I could probably go with, I'm gonna go with Verinosaur, not probably, I am. And it is very strong here. There's no toxic resist. This is an incredibly strong Loomian in this fight. We can do this. They also very much so struggle with Thawmin, seeing as their resist is Hunder. We have to be careful of potentially dealing with Mesmerizing. Duskatly could be quite funny, seeing as we could potentially get burns or freezes on stuff. And then if we go Thawmin and we're in a solid spot, I could also try Poisoning Gasstroke to just beat it as time goes on. But I do have this, which is going to have a solid Primal Slash into the Soulburst Gasstroke. And I could also bring Wobbless to make sure it just never deals any damage, but I think probably getting a Poison off would be more useful. If I go Wiki, I think I'm better into the Hollow Bunch. Despite it having a Pharaoh Blast, I could maybe try to get a Bitter Cold off against it. And then I'm gonna probably just go with Thawmin, seeing as their best option into it would be Terradescent, which we do have Luminami for, but after a Drudge, we might actually want to go with Wobblist instead of Wiki. Probably. Only real problem at this point is going to be the Hollow Bunch. It's fine, I gotta try to get some kind of status on it, like Bitter Cold. Be the best thing I can do. This is weird, because this is not the thing I want to really, like, status, right? I didn't bring Wiki. Oh, never mind. If I didn't bring Wiki, then this is definitely something that I want to status with Bitter Cold. So yeah, we're just going to Bitter Cold. This thing will never deal any damage to me, but I'm not going to deal any damage to it. But I did bring Wobblist, so this thing is never, ever going to be a fear for me. So I don't know. We're going to see how this works out. But I hate fighting Soulburst Gasstroke, so let's see how they react to this. One of my least favorite Loomians to fight in the game. I like the design. I think it looks pretty, but it's just never fun to fight. Okay. Because it's now frozen, it's probably not going to deal too much damage with Stratagem. We're not really going to risk it. I mean, we could. We are gloves with... I mean, let's see. Let's see the damage we can get off with this thing. Because they didn't have any resist to Primal Slash either. So let's see how this is gonna work out. They do Tamp because Sober's Gastro players are genuinely some of the most irritating players to fight of all time. Actually, I'm gonna no, because like I think 100 Venom is better, right? But let's just Primal. See how much we deal here. They don't know what move I'm gonna go for. Oh, Ventation could come in though on Primal, but no, we actually end up getting the Primal Slash off, and we barely do anything. And it's also Sap Plant. So your Poison Tamp Sap Plant Stratagem? Is that what we're dealing with here? I'm gonna still try to break through it. I will crit eventually. Oh, they don't have a damaging move. People like this are actual players, by the way. People legitimately play the game this way. And I find that ridiculous. Like, are you a real human being? Genuinely, dude. Like, I'm just gonna go into Wobbleisk and Driving Force it at this point. Ugh. Fun players. Players like this make the game so worth it to hop on and play. Blocking him. Block. I hate fighting people like this. I don't want to match into him. I don't think that's how it works, but I'm gonna hope it does work like that. That would be quite comical. Okay, let's just get it off of the field. Because this thing is... It's... yeah, whatever. Do I get a layer of barbs up before I go? Probably, yeah. I can do that. They can't get rid of it, so... Deserved. I'm just no driving now. Get him out of here. Brain dead, dude. It's brain dead. It's just brain dead. God, it's just so brain dead. I don't understand players that play like that. I don't understand it. If I go Luminami, I should always Wave Wrecker. But then if they go into Gastro, I should always Wave Wrecker here. But let's see how this is going to work out. So far, this guy hasn't had much thoughts in his head. So let's see if he just goes back into Gastro. He can't photosynthesis. Because then I'm just going to go into Verinosaur. And then I don't think he has anything to do much against me. It's technically Sap Plant, but... People play like this, dude. The move Provoke just beats him, but I don't have it right now. Which is kind of sad. The move Provoke just makes this thing flail. I don't know about that one. Alright, I guess I get to Venom Slash. It's better kill. It's gloves. We have it boosted. Let's see. They don't have a switch into this, so. Nice! Big, big kill. Okay, I'll unblock him now. Here's Thunder. If they Thunder Chomp, I'm not too stressed about that. We'll see what happens, though. I still have a scary Thaumin in the back, so... Yeah, that just doesn't do anything. It's gonna Wave Wrecker. If they Thunder Chomp again, they Thunder Chomp again, then I'm just gonna go to Dusket afterwards. And they do Thunder Chomp again. Giving me a little bit more health. I'm gonna get a little bit more health back. So it's not dead next time it comes in, but it's gonna be low. So I'm gonna go Dusket. I don't die to a Vice Jaws. I shouldn't anyway. Because it'll do like 2 times more than it just dealt there. So yeah, I can oppress. Nothing stops oppress really. Unless they go Zulong, right? Zulong would be a good option right now. But if they take too much chip, Thaumin just gonna pop off. They so far lost every way they could have beaten Thaumin. So you're just not doing anything, dude. I'm a little worried about maybe Hunter's existence, but I mean, I have a Thaumin in the back, so I should not be worried in the slightest. I finally got something I've been looking for in my game for a while, though. I finally got this one lady. Zulong's in on the field. This thing is a little bit of a threat. Let's try a Bitter Cold. I doubt... Yeah, I mean, this is fine. I'm dead, and that's okay. I can't do too much against this. So... Wobblisk is really the only thing that needs to come in. And then all we have to do is deep freeze it, and then we should be able to kill everything on our team at that point. So let's go for a deep freeze. If they let us do this, we're in a happy position. But I doubt it. I don't think they're going to let us do this. We'll see, though. Yeah, they don't let us, and that's okay. We do just end up killing Hunter, which is a big dub. Well, it just dies, anyway. Same thing. Had to grab something. Now I'm not on my phone anymore. I mean, yeah, I just clicked Deep Freeze, right? Unless I need Wobblisk for if it's Terradescent, right? I guess if it's Terradescent, that thing is still a big threat, right? Terradescent just means I have to make sure Verinosaur does something. Right? So, honestly, there's a little bit of fear right now. If I sack this, go Thaumin, and then they have Terradescent, it's Mesmerizing, they're going to Drudge, and then if I go into Luminami, I can't beat that one going to Parasitize. So if I Flash and Flee, go... No. Nothing really works there. I need to keep this alive. Honestly, at this point, it depends on what their last is, right? Because if that was a Goggle Zulong, which I honestly think that this was a Goggle Zulong that nearly one-shot me, I think I could play Lumi. And yeah, I'm going to play Lumi. I think I need to keep Wobblisk alive right now. I honestly think that I do. And now I'm going to attempt to Flash and Flee. Because they don't have anything that can switch into this now. And yeah, they are Goggles. They are Goggles. Ah, it's Chienta. This could also be Mesmerizing. There's two Mesmerizing Loomian potential here. If I go Waba, I driving, everything should be fine. Like, we got a good kill on the Hollow Bunch, that was pretty much it. Everything was a little bit too fast for our guy to handle. Okay, this is kind of coming down to the wire. I just have to hope it's not Mesmerizing, but I would have survived Mega Punch if it was sharp. If it was not Sharp Claws. So I'm gonna... This should kill, because this thing does not have a range defense stat. Okay, nice, yeah. Woo! God, too stressful. Too stressful from a Soulburst Gastroke player that literally only had support moves. I do not care for Soulburst Gastroke. I do not care for it. But hey, not bad. I guess one kill, not awful. You know, for a game where it had a really bad matchup, it didn't do awful. This isn't an awful game, but it's not a great one, that's for sure. There's a problem I'm seeing of Dregadine that I honestly don't really know what I want to do against. Deep Freeze seems like the best option I have for Thaumin. What's their lead? I don't know what they're going to lead with. I think I want to do this because honestly, it's really good here. Like, yeah, I think it's really strong. Only issue I'm having right now is Dregadine. It's definitely their Soul Burst form, so I can Bitter Cold it with Dusket. So that's gonna be something I want to do. I'm only worried about what the lead's gonna be, because if it's Rancidor, I could go Thaumin, and then they're forced to swap really early. But Thaumin is very bad this entire game. Psychoblast doesn't do anything. But its Deep Freeze is really good. But actually, its Thunderstrike is very strong. Electric moves are going to be really good here. So do I bring Thaumin just for that? Because Rancidor never stays in. So is it a thing where I Thunderstrike on the start if it's Rancidor? I'm going to try that. I honestly don't think this game's going to go very well, in all honesty. I don't think I can do a whole lot, and Seer Knight's kind of an issue with the team that I brought. That's not bad. This would not want to stay in here, because I'm a Mind type. I'm going to try a Thunderstrike, because this is definitely going to swap. This is not staying on the field. This is terrified of a Psychoblast. They barter. Uh-oh. I don't know how good of a play that was on their part. I don't think that was a good play, because I'm not too worried about my priority, right? Am I that worried about it? Because all I now have to do is just time my Thunder Strikes well. That's it, pretty much. But I will always be slow now, unless it's in Psychoblast. I could have just clicked Psychoblast and then this thing died. So I'm just a little confused. Well, now you're stuck in Emulate, right? Or no, you emulate these moves. And now you get to click moves. This has been a very interesting Thaumin. With a little bit of time we've had with it. Yeah, this has been a very intriguing Thaumin. How does Emulate with that work? How does that work exactly? Do you get to use another move? Ah, no, it's Muck Blast. Okay. Well, you're stuck in this. You're gonna swap. What are they going into? Eclipse makes the most sense. I kind of want to go for a Bitter Cold. But even if it is to... No, I'm going to Bitter Cold. Because something is coming in on the field that is not going to want to be statused. But I'm going to status it anyway, because Bitter Cold just seems like the best. They had so many range attackers. Right? They had so many range attackers. That right now, Bitter Cold just screws everything over. Yeah, like this... It doesn't necessarily screw over Seer Knight, but I do get a status on it. Never mind, he avoided it. Yeah, I had a good move there that got thwarted. With luck. I can attempt an oppress for a paralysis. And then try to go for a kill. I have not gotten the paralysis on oppress yet. And I've clicked this move like I guess it's not like that much in comparison to this. It is terrifying though. 50% chance to paralyze. Let's see. We should technically get it here. This move does not paralyze. This move has not paralyzed yet, and it never will. I refuse to believe this move legitimately paralyzes. I mean, I just have to get this thing as low as possible, right? So... Well, there's Eclipse. I'm just gonna Bitter Cold now. I don't see why not. I'm faster than it. So let's just see what happens. They do screw over their Eclipse. Oh my god. I'm getting played so hard by all this. Dang, man. I'm getting played. This is cool. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I am liking this. Yeah, this is very cool. This is very, very cool. If I go Carolyn, I Blaze Rush. I get +1 speed. And I don't know if that's gonna... I mean, that's really the only thing I can do outside of going for a crit with Verinosaur. Because I need Thaumin for Rancidor, so I think it's gotta be Carolyn. And I have to go for a Blaze Rush and Mega Kick. And I just hope I don't miss any of them. Most importantly, I don't miss the first move of Blaze Rush, which is what makes this a little spooky. Because if I miss this, we're kind of in a bad spot, but it's okay. I'm not going to miss. I'm not worried about it. Now we've got a Mega Kick, pretty much. Unfortunate. I guess, yeah, well, it was a 50-50 thing, right? Well, this isn't bad. Well, this is great if I can kill this. This is great. Nice. I'm down for that kill. That's a W kill. I very much so am happy with that. That gets the Dainuki out of the way, which I guess doesn't do a whole lot. Now my goggles on Thaumin are gone. I guess let's see. This has been a very interesting fight so far. I'm liking this. This is very cool. And very fun. This is enjoyable. Well, they can easily just stay in and tank this hit, but will they want to? Is the real question. Because I still have the looming threat of Verinosaur in the back. They are preemptive. Okay. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Can't do a whole lot in terms of Thaumin. This would have to come in and I'd have to kill it. But it's probably restrictive armor. So this might make the most sense to come in. Maybe I can do something with Wiki Wiki. We can go for a poison. See what happens with that. They do just slap. Yeah, there's definitely a restrictive item. Yeah, I can beat this thing. I could probably beat it. We're chipping it slowly. Let's go for an herbal remedy. Yeah, this is a restrictive item. I don't know which one. It's probably armor, though. Now I just dodge into a mudslide and it'll kill, I hope. I just dodge. I go Rancidor. I do have Thaumin still for this. The real question is, do I send it in immediately? It can't survive a Muck Blast, so maybe Herbal Remedy first, and then try to go into it. No, that's Goggles. This has been a very cool fight outside of like everything that's not been going very well. It's been a very cool fight. That has to be Goggles though. It's definitely Goggles with the amount of damage I just took. Because normal Rancidor would not kill, so that means I can do this. Yeah, it's definite. It has to be Goggles because that damage was just insane. I can Mega Punch now. Because if they go into Seer Knight, I get a kill. But I guess then they just go back into Rancidor, then they Draco Beam, and this dies. Oh, this wasn't the move. No, this wasn't the play. I needed to go into Thaumin there. This was not the move. Definitely not. Definitely not the move here. I actually have to have Seer Knight live. No, but even then, no, I don't think that was the move for me to do. But I don't know if a double Psycho Blast with poison would have been enough. I mean, they have 4 things left, and everything that they had on their team that I've seen has resisted my Psycho Blast. The only thing I could possibly do here is for some reason they click Slap Down, but they're gonna Searing Steel, so they have no reason not to. Nothing that I can do here. This is a very interesting game. I didn't hate this. There's a lot of surprises that caught me off guard, which is what's nice. Having a fight like that is always fun, because you never know what to expect. And yeah, I mean, the only thing I could possibly do here is just hope that they miss. That's like it. That's the only thing I can do here to possibly come back from this. Is just hope that they miss. Yeah, I mean, I can't do much, so. I did miss my Bitter Cold, so I guess, like, maybe the RNG will catch up. No, I mean, I can't do anything. I had no real options there. But again, I think that's the problem with not Rancidor, the Verinosaur. It's just, I don't think it has the speed stat. It's weird. I just don't think it has the speed stat. It's kind of sad. Anyway, to the next one. Alrighty, here we go into nearly Mono Ancient, but that's not an Ancient type. Well, Mono Ancient, I have this, is not bad at all. Thaumin is really good, seeing as they don't have a resist to it, so that's good as well. Mono Ancient means I bring Luminami. Dust gets useless. So, I mean, I guess I could go for statuses on stuff, but, like, it's gonna be really bad into boss shops, as I will actively make it stronger. So, is it a thing where I go with a dumb Kirolin play, and then I could sharpen on something that I'm faster than? Or I bring Waba for Skellig, which is their only Soul Burst. And then if I go Kirolin, I could catch the Rancidor off guard, but Primal Slash is the most free move I've ever clicked in this match. So it's going to be mostly a game of Flash and Fling with Luminami to get that on the field. And then I think I'm going to go Wiki Wiki, actually. So I have a better way to tank the Colossal Trops' attacks. So yeah. We could try the Verinosaur lead, just to see what they lead with, but it's probably going to be either Zulong, Gondorvale, or Rancidor. Yeah, it was one of the three. And honestly, I don't have a whole lot for Rancidor. This thing is like a big issue that I don't have much to do. I don't have a lot to work with against this thing. Like, it's gonna go for ancient moves. I can go Luminami, and if they go for Draco Beam, that's fine. Or they can also Palm. Palm would be annoying too. Okay, this is fine. Draco Beam hurts. That is Goggles. God, everyone is out with. Oh yeah, it's Goggles Soul Siphon. Okay. So they're gonna swap out probably into Colossal Trops, knowing Light Move wants to come out. And then if they go Colossal Trops, I get this on the field. It's a risky play, but I'm going to make this. So oh, wait. Are they just Muck? Are they just going to Muck Blast? Well, I don't die to a Draco Beam because he's at -2. I take a lot, but I don't die. So this is fine. I don't die to this. And I can Herbal Remedy later, hopefully. Ow. My god. Rancidor hits way too hard. And also, like, what item even is the Rancidor? I do get the crit and I do kill it. But, like, and this is kind of a showing of why Verinosaur is just outclassed by Rancidor. It's just Rancidor's faster, hits harder. No, it doesn't actually hit harder. This does hit a little bit harder, but I'm not worried about this. I'm just going to go into this, and we're going to attempt a Flash and Flee. I don't know, I expect to take majorly less damage there, but I guess Verinosaur doesn't have a range to that stat, so. Okay, let's just try an FNF, see what happens. They do Drudge. It does make sense. It doesn't do anything for them because I have Wobblisk, but they did Drudge. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. We're just gonna see how this works out. And I can never risk Thalman knowing this thing could be mesmerizing. So, we can get a layer of barbs up here. I guess I could have also bitter colded on Infernix, huh? I should have done that. No, I should have not just went for barbs. I should have bitter colded because Infernix is coming in here. Infernix comes in, I go into Lumi, then they go into Colossal Chops, and then I get to go into Wiki, which then they make into Herbal Remedy. The only problem right now I'm having is I don't think I can Herbal Remedy my Verinosaur right now. Because the only way I can possibly do that is just on them going for either a rest or something. And it would have to be a guaranteed rest, is the sad part. So there's no real chance I have it Herbal Remedying the Verinosaur. You know, maybe I need to grab a bulky fire type, because man, I'm noticing a big issue I'm having with Zulongs right now. I'm gonna bitter cold it if I can. Oh, they expected to swap into Loomian on Fire Breath, so bitter cold is a huge move here. We love that. We love that. That's huge. Now Zulong is gonna do majorly less damage for a while. And I'm gonna be very hard to kill. They're stuck in Thunder Strike because they're expecting Lumi still. I get all my barbs up and I'm gonna Driving Force. There's no reason not to. I have no reason to not Driving Force here. I just start getting huge damage on their entire team. This is big. This is big. This is very, very good. With Zulong being down, I outspeed everything on their team with Verinosaur now. So, I need to get Verinosaur back on the field, which is easy to do with my Luminami. Zulong is not out of the game, but it is very low. There's the thing I knew existed. I can't Flash and Flee on this, so this is just going to be another Driving Force. I guess I could also Deep Freeze to get rid of the Rageful plushie. I guess I can do that too. I can just double Deep Freeze and kill it. Here's the problem. With Mono Ancient, you're also weak to Ancient. So, And yeah, it definitely is the frail armor set, but this should also die, almost. Yeah, I mean, I swear, people only ever use this set anymore. Like, a glove set's kind of out of the question. Like, Staunch, Gloves, Rogue Assault, that's out of the question. I swear, people are just so set on this set being the best. I don't know, I think it's fine. I need to be very, very careful of Terradescent now, though. If I throw against Terradescent, I cannot let it set up. So if I go into this, you're going to want to Elemental Burst. I feel no fear right now, which I think is a very good thing. We can go for a Primal Slash here, which will just pick up a kill on Colosso. This is what they wanted me to hit them with, because then they would get their speed boost, but they did not get their speed boost. They're not dumb. I swear. Okay, this is the scary part. Actually, no, it's not. Do I not just kill it? If this doesn't kill, this is kind of pathetic. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of pathetic if this doesn't kill. But it should. Okay! Coming in with the cleanup, Verinosaur. They were trying to go for a Drudge, expecting them to live. But they did not live. And nothing... Luminami has no fear right now. There's no fear on Luminami's side. I think I need to get maybe a different... No, I think I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll just deal with Zulongs. They're not that hard to fight. They're not just the best Loomian in the game. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, but yeah, we swap out into our Luminami. As E-Burst does come out, as our Flash and Fleet can come out, then we go back into Verinosaur, because the game's over. Zulong dies to the next Barb's chip, so he doesn't want to stay in. And they can't do anything. The game's over, unless it's like Gondorvale. I go for a Venom. We can go for a Venom. This will be big. And yeah, the game's over. I got 3 layers of hazards up. My game crashed. Okay, we're good. And yeah, we're gonna Venom Slash. Does this have an animation yet or no? I don't think it does. Anyway, they're going for a Soul Burst to stall for as much time as possible. But hey, good. I wonder if that guy is here. I don't see him. Yeah, my elo went up. You can see my elo went up. I believe it did. No, it didn't go up yet. It went down last game. This should be advanced 1? I think you get like 40 elo at this point. Wait, shouldn't I just get elo the second he sends him in then? Or did I already get it? Because the game's over after that. Oh no. Yeah, it gives it to me after. That's cool. Because the turn, I guess, just started technically. Okay. We set up Verinosaur very well there, and it actually got pretty much all the kills except the last one, which was a Wobbless kill thanks to the Barbs. But yeah, I guess Mono Ancient probably isn't great when there's like a Luminami present, and then you get a freeze on the Zulon. However, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of very iffy on this right now. I don't know. I think it's okay, but hello? Who's calling? Spam. Again. Spam. This is stupid, dude. I stop getting spam calls. Anyway, I do not think that it is broken. I don't think it is bad. I think it's in the realm of balanced, because the problem I have with Verinosaur is, for what it wants to do, you could use Hunder. It has pretty much the same amount of coverage that this does, right? If not a little bit more, right? And I don't know. If you wanted to use a toxic ancient type attacker, you could use Rancidor, who is miles better in a lot of ways. I just think this thing is very much so outclassed, and I could see maybe brawny boot sets maybe being a little bit more interesting, but I do think that this is not as strong as I thought it was going to be. But alas, I hope that everyone enjoyed anyway, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye!